6 exercises that burn much more fat than the treadmill. You've probably noticed those people at the gym who seem to live on cardio machines, sweating buckets, with expressions of suffering on their faces, all in the hope of eliminating those unwanted pounds. But what if I told you there are much more efficient ways to do this? The fact is that there are much more efficient ways to burn calories, and science has already proven this. There are exercises capable of burning much more fat, with less time and more efficiency. And I'm talking about results proven by scientific research, not assumptions or passing fads. So today you'll see 6 killer exercises that, when it comes to burning calories and losing fat, bring much better results than spending hours on the treadmill or bicycle. What makes these exercises so special is that they not only burn calories during the activity, but continue to elevate your metabolism for hours after the workout, through a phenomenon called excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. This means you continue burning calories even after going home and relaxing on the couch. Amazing, isn't it? So stay attentive until the end because exercise number 3 is the best on our list. Exercise number 6, box jump. The box jump is an explosive exercise that transforms your body into a true calorie-burning machine. Just imagine, a simple movement of jumping onto a box or platform can make you burn between 800 and 1,000 calories in a session of just 30 minutes. That's almost double what you could achieve on the treadmill in the same period. What makes the box jump so efficient is that when you jump, your body recruits an extraordinary number of muscle fibers, especially fast twitch fibers, which consume more energy. A study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research showed that plyometric exercises like the box jump increase the metabolic rate by up to 18% for up to 48 hours after the workout. This happens because when jumping, you force your muscles to produce maximum force in a very short time. Your body needs to coordinate multiple muscle groups simultaneously: quadriceps, glutes, calves, core, and even the arms for momentum. This intense muscle activation drastically elevates your caloric expenditure. The University of Wisconsin conducted research with 24 recreational athletes and discovered that a 20-minute session of plyometric exercises, including the box jump, elevated post-exercise oxygen consumption to levels higher than those observed after 40 minutes of moderate running. To correctly execute the box jump, position yourself in front of a stable box or platform. Start with a comfortable height, about 12 to 18 inches for beginners. Keep your feet shoulder-width apart. Do a partial squat, swinging your arms backward, and then propel yourself upward and forward, extending hips, knees, and ankles simultaneously. Land on the box with both feet fully supported, knees slightly flexed to absorb the impact. Stand completely on top of the box, and then carefully step down, 1 foot at a time. For beginners, I recommend 3 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions with 60 seconds of rest between sets. As you progress, you can increase to 4 to 5 sets of 12 to 15 repetitions, or reduce the rest time to 30 to 45 seconds, further intensifying the caloric expenditure. Exercise 5. Burpees. If there's an exercise that sends chills, even through the most experienced athletes, that exercise is the burpee. And for good reason. The burpee is practically a metabolic storm concentrated in a single movement. Research from the American College of Sports Medicine revealed that a 20-minute session of burpees can burn an impressive 250 to 300 calories, depending on the intensity and body weight. To put it in perspective, that's equivalent to almost 30 minutes of moderate-pace running on the treadmill. The secret of the burpee lies in its nature as a full-body exercise. In a single movement, you go through a squat, a push-up, and an explosive jump, engaging practically all the major muscle groups of the body simultaneously. A study from Syracuse University demonstrated that high-intensity exercises that recruit multiple muscle groups, like the burpee, can increase the metabolic rate by up to 20% for up to 24 hours after the workout. This happens due to the phenomenon known as EPOC, excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, or post-exercise oxygen debt. Basically, your body continues working hard even after you've stopped exercising, consuming additional oxygen to restore energy levels and repair tissues. Research published in the International Journal of Exercise Science compared the EPOC after 30 minutes of traditional cardio versus 15 minutes of high-intensity exercises like burpees and found that the latter generated a 37% higher EPOC. To execute a burpee correctly, start standing with feet shoulder-width apart. Squat down and place your hands on the floor in front of your feet. In a fluid movement, kick your feet back, assuming the plank position. Do a complete push-up, touching your chest to the floor. Return to the plank position, then jump with your feet back to your hands, ending in a squatting position. From there, jump explosively upward, fully extending your body and raising your arms above your head. Upon landing, go directly into the next repetition, maintaining a fluid rhythm. To maximize the fat-burning benefits, try to structure your workout in intervals. An effective approach would be to do as many burpees as possible in 30 seconds, rest for 15 seconds, and repeat for 8 rounds, totaling 6 minutes. Rest for 2 to 3 minutes, and repeat the circuit 3 to 4 times. This strategy, known as high-intensity interval training, was proven by a study from the University of New South Wales to be 50% more effective for fat burning than continuous moderate-intensity exercises. Exercise 4. Battle ropes. This seemingly simple pair of thick ropes anchored to a wall or post can provide one of the most intense workouts you've ever experienced. A study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found that a 10-minute session with battle ropes can make you burn between 150 to 200 calories, which translates to approximately 600 to 800 calories per hour, easily surpassing the treadmill in terms of caloric efficiency. What makes battle ropes so powerful is the unique combination of resistance and continuous movement. Unlike the treadmill, where your legs do practically all the work, battle ropes intensely recruit the muscles of the arms, shoulders, back, core, and even the legs when executed correctly. Researchers from the University of Minnesota analyzed muscle activity during exercises with battle ropes and discovered that they significantly activate more muscle fibers than traditional cardiovascular exercises. Even more impressive is the impact of battle ropes on your cardiovascular system. A study from the University of Auckland measured the heart rate of participants during various types of exercises and found that battle ropes elevated the heart rate to 80 to 90% of maximum, placing them firmly in the ideal fat-burning zone. And most importantly, this same study observed elevated levels of EPOC for up to 6 hours after the workout with ropes. To correctly execute the basic alternating waves exercise with battle ropes, start by holding one end of each rope, one in each hand. Position yourself with feet shoulder-width apart, knees slightly flexed and core engaged. Raise one arm and lower the other simultaneously, creating a continuous wave movement in the ropes. For an efficient fat-burning workout, try this protocol. Do alternating waves for 30 seconds at high intensity, rest for 15 seconds, and then change to another movement pattern, such as double waves, for another 30 seconds. Continue alternating between different movement patterns for 10 to 15 minutes. Research from the University of Tampa demonstrated that this type of interval training with battle ropes can increase metabolism for up to 24 hours after exercise. Before we continue to number 3, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Having constant access to correct and science-based information is what will make you progress with health in the long term in the world of bodybuilding. Exercise 3. Jump rope. Now let's talk about an exercise that you probably did as a child without imagining the incredible potential it has. Jump rope. Many people underestimate this seemingly simple exercise, but let me tell you something that will surprise you. Jumping rope for 10 minutes equals running for about 30 minutes in terms of cardiovascular benefits and caloric burn. It's no wonder that professional boxers religiously include this exercise in their training. What makes jump rope so efficient is that it literally forces the entire body to work in continuous synchrony. Your arms rotate the rope, your shoulders remain engaged, your core stays activated to maintain balance, and your legs work constantly to propel your body against gravity. And as the rope keeps spinning, you have no choice but to keep the rhythm, which intensifies the cardiovascular work. A study published in the Research Quarterly for Exercise and Sport found that jumping rope burns approximately 10 calories per minute, potentially reaching an incredible 1,000 calories in an hour for a person weighing 154 pounds. Of course, nobody jumps rope for an entire hour, but even 15 to 20 minutes already provide an impressive caloric expenditure. An additional advantage that few know about is the positive impact on cognition. Recent research indicates that activities requiring complex coordination, such as jumping rope, stimulate new neural connections in the brain. It's no coincidence that you frequently see elite soldiers using this exercise in their training. It not only develops physical endurance but also improves the ability to focus under pressure, since you need to stay fully present to avoid tripping on the rope. When executing, remember that the jump doesn't need to be high, just enough for the rope to pass underneath. About 3/4 to 1¼ inches from the ground is enough. This reduces the impact on the joints and allows you to continue for longer. This common mistake of jumping too high or bending the knees too much unnecessarily wastes energy and increases impact. For beginners, I recommend starting with 3 sets of 1 minute, with 30 to 60 seconds of rest between them. Over time, gradually increase until you can do 3 sets of 5 minutes. If it's too difficult to maintain a continuous rhythm, one strategy is to alternate 20 seconds of jumping with 10 seconds of rest, repeating this cycle for a few minutes. Exercise 2. Farmer's Walk. The Farmer's Walk is an exercise that proves that sometimes the simplest is the most effective. This basic movement, literally picking up heavy weights and walking, can transform your body into a metabolic furnace. A study conducted by the University of Auckland showed that a 15-minute session of Farmer's Walk can burn between 250 to 300 calories, depending on the weight used and the speed of movement. For context, that's approximately 50% more calories than you would burn in the same time on the treadmill at a moderate pace. First, it's an exercise that virtually recruits all the muscles of your body simultaneously. Your arms, shoulders, and forearms work to hold and stabilize the weights. Your core remains constantly contracted to maintain posture. Your legs and glutes propel the movement, and even the stabilizing muscles of the feet and ankles are intensely activated. Additionally, the Farmer's Walk creates a unique metabolic stress. A study published in the European Journal of Applied Physiology analyzed blood lactate levels during different types of exercises and found that activities that combine heavy load with continuous movement, like the Farmer's Walk, produce elevated concentrations of lactate. This is significant because lactate accumulation is associated with greater secretion of anabolic hormones, such as growth hormone, which has fat mobilization properties. To correctly execute the Farmer's Walk, start by choosing suitable implements. Kettlebells, dumbbells, or specific Farmer's Walk handles are all viable options. Buckets filled with water or sand also work. Position the weights next to your feet, squat slightly with a straight back, and grab the weights. Stand up until completely erect, retracting the shoulders and engaging the core. Keep your gaze forward, chest elevated, and begin walking with controlled steps. The key is to maintain a strong, upright posture throughout the entire course. No leaning to the sides or forward. For an efficient fat-burning workout, try this protocol. Carry relatively heavy weights, about 70 to 80% of what you could carry for a few meters, and walk for 30 to 40 meters. Rest for 90 seconds, and repeat for 6 to 8 sets. Alternatively, you can structure the workout by time. Carry for 30 to 45 seconds, rest for the same period, and repeat for 8 to 10 rounds. As your strength and endurance improve, you can progress by increasing the weight carried, the distance traveled, or reducing the rest time between sets. Exercise 1. Kettlebell swings. This exercise involves a pendulum movement where you swing a kettlebell, that weight that looks like a cannonball with a handle, between your legs and then in front of your body, using the power of the hip as the main motor of the movement. What makes the kettlebell swing so special is the impressive amount of muscles it recruits simultaneously. We're talking about an exercise that works practically the entire body: glutes, hamstrings, quadriceps, core, shoulders, trapezius, and even the stabilizing muscles of the back. When you activate so many muscle groups at the same time, caloric expenditure skyrockets. It's as if you turned on several engines at once. The fuel consumption, in this case calories, increases exponentially. Beyond the impressive caloric burn, the kettlebell swing significantly improves your posture, strengthens the lower back, preventing back pain, increases power for other exercises and sports, and even improves your cardiovascular endurance without the impact of running. To execute correctly, position yourself with feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Hold the kettlebell with both hands in front of you. Hinge at the hip, pushing your buttocks backward while keeping your back straight. At this point, many people make the mistake of curving the spine, which can lead to serious injuries. The movement should come from the explosion of the hip, not from the arms or back. The arms only guide the kettlebell, but the force comes from below. When the kettlebell is at the lowest point between your legs, drive forcefully using your glutes and thighs, explosively extending the hip. This will make the kettlebell rise to shoulder level or slightly above. Let gravity do the return work and repeat the movement. Always keep the core activated and don't let the shoulders rise near the ears, another common mistake that can cause tension in the neck. The fantastic thing about this exercise is that you don't need to do it for long to get results. Studies show that just 10 minutes of kettlebell swings can burn up to 200 calories, depending on your body weight and the intensity of the exercise. But the benefit goes beyond. Being a high-intensity exercise, it elevates your metabolism for up to 24 hours after the workout, the famous afterburn effect. For beginners, I recommend starting with 3 sets of 15 repetitions, with 45 seconds of rest between them. As you progress, you can increase to 5 sets of 20 repetitions. As for weight, women can start with 18 to 26 pounds and men with 35 to 44 pounds, always respecting your current conditioning level. Bonus: weighted squat. The weighted squat is often classified as a strength exercise, and rightly so, but its ability to burn fat definitely cannot be ignored. A study conducted by the University of Southern California demonstrated that an intense session of squats can make you burn approximately 100 calories in just 5 minutes. This translates to 600 calories per half hour, drastically surpassing the treadmill in terms of caloric efficiency. The power of the squat for fat burning lies in the fact that it recruits the largest muscle groups in the body, quadriceps, glutes, and core, which consume significant amounts of energy when activated. To execute a barbell squat correctly, position the bar on the rack at shoulder height. Slide under it, resting it comfortably on the upper part of your back. Remove the bar from the rack, take 2 steps back, and position your feet shoulder-width apart or slightly wider, with toes pointing slightly outward. Keep your chest up, looking slightly upward, and initiate the movement by pushing your hips backward as if you were going to sit in a chair. Descend until your thighs are parallel to the floor or slightly below, depending on your mobility. Your heels should remain firmly planted on the floor throughout the entire movement. For beginners, I recommend starting with 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions, using a weight that is challenging but allows you to maintain perfect technique. And if in addition to burning fat, you also want to transform your body into a muscle-building machine without needing to move, we're showing right now on the screen a video featuring 6 isometric positions that will turbocharge your entire body. Don't miss it. Thank you for watching this far, and may God bless you, my friend.